Welcome to Big Ass Fan's installation guide for ES6 fans. In this video, we're going to show you how to assemble, install, and wire your ES6. First, turn off power at the breaker. Do not connect the fan to a damaged power source or attempt to resolve electrical failures on your own. Contact a licensed electrician if you are uncomfortable performing electrical work or if required by local code. Do not use the fan with a dimmer switch. Next, please make note of the serial number of your fan. This can be found either on the fan's packaging or on the motor casing, just above where the airfoils attach. After opening the fan box, please inspect the packaging to ensure you have all the hardware and components for your fan. You can use the installation guide to cross-reference the contents required. Lastly, ensure the slope of the ceiling where you are installing your ES6 does not exceed 33 degrees. In addition to the supplied tools, you will also need a ladder, a screwdriver, and a wire stripper. You may also want a multimeter or voltage tester to ensure your power is off at the site. Make sure your outlet box is suitable for fan support. If there is not an outlet box at the fan location, install one on a ceiling joist or beam. For instructions on installing an outlet box, or for instructions on installing your fan on a concrete ceiling or wood ceiling joist, consult your fan's instruction manual. Secure the down rod with the M6 by 32 mm bolt and M6 nut. If you are installing the optional uplight, make sure the down rod wiring harness and the motor unit wiring harness are on opposite sides of the down rod. This will make the harnesses easier to connect to the uplight. If you are not installing the uplight, connect the down rod wiring harness to the motor unit wiring harness. If you are installing the uplight, do not connect the down rod wiring harness. Install safety cable and ground wire lugs with the unpainted screws and lock washers. Make sure the wiring harnesses are as close to the down rod as possible so that they do not interfere with the uplight installation. Align the rectangular cutouts in the center of the uplight with bolts on down rod. Make sure the uplight wiring harness and motor unit wiring harness are on opposite sides of the down rod. This will make the harnesses easier to connect. Slide uplight down the down rod, resting it on the fan hub as shown. Tighten the two set screws at top of uplight. Connect the uplight wiring harness to the motor unit wiring harness. Connect the down rod wiring harness to the receptacle on the uplight. Make sure all hardware is secure, and then gently tug the cables at the top of the down rod to reduce slack. Slide wiring cover down the down rod, resting it on the fan hub or uplight. Make sure no wires are visible between the cover and fan hub or uplight. Slide canopy down the down rod, resting it on the wiring cover. Slide the mounting ball over the down rod, then insert the 6 mm steel pin into the hole at the top of the down rod and slide the mounting ball upward, seating the steel pin in the inner slots as shown. Insert the wedge into the mounting ball, making sure that the wings of the wedge are inside the ball. Secure it with a screw and tighten it enough to prevent movement between the mounting ball and down rod. Do not over-tighten. Secure mounting bracket to mounting structure with suitable hardware not supplied. Raise the fan to the mounting bracket. Align the rib in the mounting bracket with the slot in the mounting ball. Position the mounting ball and let the fan hang freely. Gently twist the down rod to ensure it is properly seated and will not move during fan operation. You may want to use a multimeter or voltage meter to ensure that it is off. Wire fan using the wire connectors as shown. Ground, neutral, then hot. Connect the wiring harness from the power supply to the wiring harness from down rod. Carefully tuck the wiring into the outlet box or building structure. The fan stabilizer is included only if it was purchased as an outdoor fan accessory. If you purchased the fan stabilizer kit, fit the stabilizer into the notches on top of the mounting ball as shown. Secure the stabilizer plate to the stabilizer with the M6 by 70 mm bolt and M6 nut. For installations using a mounting bracket, loop the safety cable around the mounting bracket and then secure it with a shackle. For installations using an anchor hook, loop the safety cable around the anchor hook and then secure it with a shackle. For installations using the building structure, loop the safety cable around the building structure and then secure it with a shackle. Acceptable building structures include a wooden beam or a metal mounting brace secured between two beams. In some cases, it may be necessary to install additional structural material to provide attachment points. Raise the canopy to mounting bracket, aligning the 4 holes on the canopy with the holes on the bracket. Secure the canopy to the mounting bracket with the painted screws. Make sure all wires and the safety cable are tucked in the canopy. Make sure bolts are loose on the airfoils before installing them. Make sure the numbered sticker on each airfoil matches the corresponding slot number on the bottom of the fan. Tilt the airfoil so that the tip is angled upward as shown. Slide the airfoils into the slots on the sides of the motor unit. Install each airfoil on the opposite side of the fan from the previous airfoil to prevent the fan from tilting. Ensure all airfoils are fully seated in slots before tightening bolts on the bottom of the fan. Give each of the 6 airfoil bolts on the bottom of the fan 3 full rotations to tighten them. Tighten them according to the numbered sequence marked on each airfoil. Once you have finished, start the process over and tighten each bolt so that the airfoil does not wobble, then move on to the next in the series. This process ensures that the airfoils are level and not misaligned. When finished, verify that all 6 bolts are fully tightened by making sure that the tabs next to holes 1 and 5 are flush with the openings. Plug the light kit wiring harness into the receptacle on the bottom of the fan. Insert the light kit or lower cover into the bottom of the fan and twist clockwise to lock. In the event that you need to remove the lower cover, you will need to engage the locking pin. The locking pin is located on the fan's lower cover, between 2 nodes. Engage the pin by inserting a thin tool, then twisting counterclockwise. Congratulations on a successful installation. Now it's time to test your fan. Turn on the power, then press any button on the remote control to pair it with your fan. The fan should beep when the remote successfully pairs. If your remote doesn't pair within a few seconds, simply press and hold the fan power and fan minus simultaneously until the remote's lights blink 3 times. Get close to your fan and press any button on the remote. Now test your fan. Please note that it is normal for the fan to jerk forward and backward slightly for a few seconds when first turned on. To turn on the down light, press the light button. To turn on the up light, press and hold the light button. To turn on both up light and down light, press and hold the light button again. Another way to control your fan and its chromatic uplight is by downloading the Big Ass Fans mobile app. With the app, you can set your uplight color as well as group multiple fans, adjust their settings, and set your comfort preferences for hands-free control.